are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up second.
Throwing on second down. Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Campbell making the catch. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll run with McFarland. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. He only needed a few inches. He got that and then some.
It felt to me like his offensive line and teammates took that as a personal challenge. They knew the line of scrimmage would be stacked. Didn't matter how many bodies were in there. They just wanted to create a little bit of a sliver for him, and that's what they did, and he rumbled.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Steelers first down.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Johnson, incomplete. It's now 3rd and 19.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And his kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football.
Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And this is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Taylor. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Steelers 3, Colts 0.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Wilson back into his end zone. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
44-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now. And some room to work. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Colts 7, Steelers 3.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 31, Wilson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Wilson. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Colts on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Fitzpatrick.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Now Wilson on first down. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Smith-Schuster.
They had 2 straight first downs. Now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
At the Colts' 46-yard line.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Wilson gets rid of it quickly. 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7.
Next to score, Steelers 13. Colts.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Taylor. And he'll get this one up to the 26. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Colts on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
This is taken at the 10. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That's another Steelers 1st down.
Throwing again here, Wilson. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Wilson will throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. Johnson odds poke free. Football's out. And the Colts pick it up. And the return will stop right around the 25.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st down, Indianapolis.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he gets it down to the 32. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
To kick off for Indianapolis.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
The 37-yard line.
Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 36. Play action. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. To throw again. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. From the gun, this will be McFarland. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that
one. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Colts.
They go play action with Jackson. Catch made here by Campbell. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 32 on the play.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunky yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On first down, it's Taylor. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. Come on. Come on,
Wilson on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run once more with Taylor. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd.
A chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jackson now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
push him back. 58, right over there, Yeah. Mike, 58.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Wilson's pass.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11.
The 11-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
The Colts on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Again, it's Taylor, and he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12.
The tackle made.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
First down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. To throw is Jackson. To throw on third down. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Taken in at the 22. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 34. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And 8.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Anthony McFarland with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh